I will say this. I had a little bit of a blooper, man. But anyways, we're back on track. So we've been live on TikTok for the most part. We have 770 likes. But we are now officially live on. We're
It's all
officially
good.
yeah, we're officially live on YouTube and of course.
Play the song.
Hola, 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 hola. We the boys.
Man, I'm so sorry, YouTube and of course Facebook. But of course, if you're looking at us on TikTok, make sure you go and subscribe right to the YouTube. Of course, we got this cap giveaway. We will be announcing the winner this Sunday. It's True Brand. It's actually a very exclusive cap. It's very hard to get right now, especially if you're trying. Be a great holiday stuff. What is it, stocking stuffer? But you know what? Real quick, just to kind of recap what we were saying on TikTok, we just basically said, hey, all time record 3-2. Cowboys are up. Last time the Cowboys played the Texans, it was 2018. We lost. The Cowboys lost specifically. Right now, Cowboys 93, Texans 1-10-1. Texans have lost 7. The right now Cowboys early in the week they're 14-point favorites. Right now they're 16.5-point favorites. Over under is 46 points. And dang, we just kind of talked about right when we went live. We're talking about Will McClay, right? About how Harvey, you just said right now. What did you call draft season for Will McClay and company?
Hey, it's a Super Bowl, man. That's your Super Bowl.
That's where your teams are made, especially to get into the Super Bowl, right? And so now we're not saying that he's perfect because he's human, man. I mean, look at it. He's he lined it up for the Cowboys. That year they got Micah, and then they got Kelvin Joseph, and then I believe they had 2 third rounds that went. I think they believe they went Osa, and then I believe they got Nashawn Wright, which right now,
Yep.
that's kind of been the talk right now as far as what are the Cowboys going to do on defense because of Anthony Brown. We kind of talked about that yesterday. If you need a recap, go and catch that on yesterday's YouTube. And you can kind of see what we're talking about, right? We're basically covering on there. Uh, so Junior 13 on TikTok. So he not coming to Dallas, and he's asking about OBJ. And we said, we were saying, I don't know, did YouTube get to hear me saying about me being single?
They didn't.
Oh, okay. So I was saying, like, right now, the way things are looking, it's not looking like OBJ is coming to Dallas right now because of the what they found out. And it's crazy how is it me, Harvey, or is the media a little a little bit leading the pack as far as the Cowboy haters?
They are, man. All of them are.
Because I'll tell
I
you,
don't.
they're trying to point the Cowboys as pointing out that OBJ won't be ready till first week of January, mid January. In fact, Michael Parsons cleared the airways. I think he said that during the meeting, OBJ said he's about 5 weeks out, which would make basically he'd be available for playoffs because there's only 5 games left in the season right now. But it's crazy, right? The narrative that this the actual media is taking it, right? They're just kind of, man, it feels like there's Cowboy haters all around. You know what I'm saying? So
So
it's a very unique situation right now.
so I want to answer the TikTok for Junior 13 swag, right? Um, so because he brought it up, man. A lot of people don't. They're busy in their life, right? They don't know what's going on. But I'll tell you this: think about the things that the Cowboys have done. November 16th, the Cowboys signed Antonio Callaway. Sign, right? Why would they sign him? I don't understand, right? So if anybody knows Jerry Jones, he's like he's got like spies, man. He will find answers to questions that he wants. So he probably already knew this ahead of time. He's a smart guy. He ain't dumb. So that's probably why they signed Antonio Callaway. And then come what 3 or 4 weeks later, now Washington is part of the 21 window. I'm pretty sure, right, Jerry?
Yes, him and Tyron Smith have both been
So why would Jerry Jones do that? He knows, man. This man knows. He knows what's going on. he probably, if he wanted, he could know what's going on in our lives without us knowing. I'm just saying, Jerry, if you look at the events that had happened with wide receiver with Callaway and now James Washington, I think he knew already.
You know what? Let's go right. Let's go straight to go ahead and talk about Mike McCarthy, right? Because they asked him specifically about OBJ. So, Cowboys fam, we love you, Apple user 8792. I'm just joking around. Now, man. Hey, much love. Hey, make sure you give the likes because it gets further with likes. But we appreciate you joining in. But we're gonna go ahead and play, right? And they specifically asked Mike McCarthy about OBJ and how does he like his wide receiver corps right now. But he went into depth about the entire offense. So we want to kind of highlight this because there's some things that clearly we want to talk about. Here we go.
Receiver group, where do you feel like they've made the biggest strides from the first week of the season until now, and especially now that Dak's been there?
Well, I just think if you look at just the way we're playing now, I mean, I think, we had the injury to Tyron. We had some things, happen early. Obviously, Michael Gallup was not part of the early season. So, what I like about our offense is, I thought we did a really good job of playing to the basics, of how we wanted to play. But now we're really, frankly, we just the last 3 or 4 weeks, we've really been getting into the menu of concepts that we've, practice, in training camp. We know it gives me a lot of pause, a lot of confidence, and it's delightful as a head coach when you sit in there and, through the run game install and the pass game install, and you hear training camp rules, just so, and when you're into your training camp rules and concepts this late into a season, that speaks to a good off season, and you're definitely playing to your players' strengths. I mean, we're not trying to recreate the wheel here. We're not a game plan by week, high volume, you're drawing them up, but we're very proactive adjustment focus. So, we're conceptual thinkers, conceptual trainers. And then with that, we make the tweaks and adjustments on matchups and so forth on a weekly basis. So, and I think that serves us well. And I think you're seeing the byproduct of that over the last month.
So they're taking it by week and going by matchup. So that sounds like Dan Quinn almost in a nutshell. Do you think that Dan Quinn's kind of brought this out of Mike McCarthy and Kellen Moore?
I think he has, but just thinking about some of the things he said, right? He said a lot of stuff.
A lot.
But just thinking about because I don't think I've ever heard him talk about like adjustments and consensual thinkers, and I don't think I've ever heard him say that.
Yeah, me neither.
So that's kind of weird. Where is that coming from? So I think, Dan Quinn makes a lot of adjustments. And I think Mike McCarthy, like we said before, and we'll say it again, his job is on the line. I don't care what anybody says.
Oof.
With a talented roster like this, I think he knows, man. And he's in Kellen Moore's ear like, hey, we need to adjust. And you've seen it the last 2 weeks. We've adjusted. And look what it's done. So and you got to think, he talked about training camp, right? What do we do in training camp? You do the basics.
Basics.
You do basics playbook plays. So maybe that's what they're doing, Jerry. Maybe that's what they're going is back to the basics.
I will say this. I have learned a little bit, and I'm gonna have to disagree with you on one thing you said there, Harvey, and that's that it's his last year if he doesn't get far. I think, I think at this point with Mike McCarthy, I don't see him being let go like that. If anything, I'm pretty sure if we go into the next year, that's when it really gets, that leash gets really tight, and he's not gonna be able to go very far. Alex, man, where you been? You missed out in 2 shows. You can't be missing out, man. You cannot. You miss out. You miss out. Cowboys ranked last in pass offensive line win rate. Will this hurt them come playoff time?
Huh.
I'm gonna say no, man, because right now the Cowboys have slowly put together a string of games of 200 yards rushing, man. And this is the time of the year that we're going to see more teams start to get the rushing enforced. Now, mind you, I understand that there's going to be teams that adjust their defenses, right? and they're going to try to stop the run. But I'll tell you this: when we look at Tyron Smith coming back, I mean, wow, what a time! Because when we need, and if you actually see, the play calling has changed up a bit too, right? Because
Yep.
CeeDee Lamb, the way he attacked, the way they're attacking the over under on the short shallows, like it's crazy. I mean, normally we're seeing CeeDee Lamb go, on I mean, we're not really seeing go routes. We're not seeing top seams. We're not really seeing all that mumbo jumbo of play action. What is it? Option plays within the routes. We're actually seeing
Yep.
over under attacks on the actual defense. So it's great, man. Especially when we go back to that 49ers loss in the playoffs, man, that hurts so much, man. And when we look at that, that's exactly what we needed. We needed CeeDee Lamb in the under, on those shallow routes. We needed somebody above. If you go back on that one where CD caught it and he rolled into the touchdown, he took the under and Dalton Schultz took the over, and the way they attacked it, and it looks so beautiful. But I'll tell you this much right now, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, the O-line right now, their win rate is not where it's at, but come Tyron Smith, shoot, I think the running game and the passing game is going to be just flowing, man. Just like the way the defense is going right now. I digress.
So it doesn't feel that way though. Even if he says that, it really doesn't feel that way. But maybe that's why they're playing around with Peters and Tyler Smith.
That is also true.
Maybe that's part of the reason, but I just don't feel like it feels that way. Not only that, but Dak's been getting the ball out kind of fast these last 2 weeks. So, I mean, I guess we won't find out till we play the game, right, in the playoffs.
That's what it really counts, right?
But I think, like I said, all these games, man, they're gonna come together, and I think this is the chance for us to, even though I don't think Tyron Smith's gonna play this week. I think he's gonna play next week. That'll be his debut for 2022, but we'll see, man.
So Junior 13 Swag has a question specifically for you, Harvey. He says, I want to know how many games the Eagles had to lose. So I guess how many close games, I guess he's referring to. How many games, if you could look at the schedule, because yesterday we kind of broke down, we weren't specifically picking on anybody, but we were just saying because you had put me on the spot and you asked me if the Cowboys defense was better than the 49ers defense, right? And I went out on a limb and they made me look good. And all I just said was what I made my statement. And then of course, somebody asked for context. And that's why yesterday I said, look at the strength of schedule for the 49ers. I mean, obviously their defense is going to be, their numbers are going to be like, oh my gosh, this is the greatest defense on the planet. But, it is what it is, man. But go ahead. I mean, if you look just look at their schedule and tell me how many of those games do you see that could have gone, I guess, either way, or should have been losses for the Eagles.
The Jets.
Okay.
They actually lost to the Jets. No, they didn't. Hold on.
We still got a lot to go, guys. So I hope you guys are ready for the questions. Where's my YouTube fan, man? That's all.
Hold on. So I think they should have lost to the Packers.
Okay.
The Packers should have won, but remember they missed like 20 tackles. That's a lot.
It is a lot. And you know what? That was lining.
They should have lost to the Colts.
One point.
Yep. That's two.
What was a recent game where they almost lost to?
The Cardinals, 20-17.
Okay, so that's already 3 games lost. But there was a game. Oh, wasn't it this weekend? This last weekend?
No, they beat the Titans 35-10.
Oh, okay. It was the weekend before that. See, I'm sorry, guys. We really don't watch Philly.
Yeah,
Philly's.
I don't watch Philly.
I don't really watch.
Packers, they almost lost. The Colts, they lost.
What did they play before the Titans?
Before the Packers. And then the Colts before that. So those are the 2 weeks that they almost lost. And then they almost lost to the Cardinals 20-17. And they almost lost to the Lions 38-35.
That's the game I was talking about. That's the one. But we're talking about almost, right? But in the end, yes, Eagles have done enough to have the record they have. I will tell you this: the one if right now the way it's progressing, right? The Cowboys have a really nice schedule ahead. I know the Titans, the Jags are a tricky team, because Trevor Lawrence is Trevor Lawrence, and he can get moving when he needs to. And of course, the Titans, you can never count out the Titans. The Titans are a very streaky team. They can go on a 2-game winning streak, but then they'll lose one or two, right? But Titans are still a tough team. I will say this: if the Cowboys can string next few games up, that Christmas Eve matchup is going to dictate a lot of things. I mean, you're talking about the number 1 seed in the playoffs, man, because the Cowboys would hold the tiebreaker in the division. And so, regardless of the Eagles' schedule, that's the game that every Eagles fan, everybody in Philly should be watching out for. Junior came back. So the Eagles, they had to lose with us for first place playoff by division. That is correct, sir. So yeah, if the Eagles win, they get the first round bye. If the Cowboys win, and let's just say, along the way, the Cowboys were able to get the momentum with these next few games, and then they go into the Eagles, and the Cowboys beat the Eagles. The Cowboys get the first round bye because of the tiebreaker within the division. So yes, that's the way I've researched it so far. But let's get back into it, man. We're talking about the Cowboys offense. Alex brought up a good point. The win rate. Somebody said, "I got tickets for the game, bro." Are you trying to sell it? Oh, that's my brother. That's my actual brother, Adam. He goes, "I got tickets for that game, bro." Man, that's awesome, brother. I can't wait to see the pictures, man. I love to see it. Uh, Junior swag on there on Christmas. It's Christmas Eve to be exact, but
Christmas Eve, yeah.
it's on Christmas Eve. But that's cool. I can't wait to see my brother's pictures, and we'll see. I'll ask him if I could share live on the show, right? Some of his game picks. But yeah, that's gonna be a great game. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're talking about the Texans right now, right? Texans, even though the record is what it is, the Cowboys need to just come in. They obviously, the head coach is saying all the right things. Tomorrow we're going to break down what Dak has to say and all the players have to say, and of course we're going to be looking at the final injury report. But the Cowboys need to take advantage of these next few games, right? The Jags and the Texans and the Jaguars. They need to really assert, and they need to build up. They need to use this momentum from the Colts and take it into these next few games and continue the momentum. Allow the offense to mesh well. Great podcast. I appreciate it. I love you, brother. Use this momentum right now, right? I think that momentum is so key, especially in the NFL, man, because I'll tell you this, if they catch that lightning in a bottle, I mean, we've seen it in the past with the teams that were very streaky, and they got into the playoffs just by riding the right momentum, right? So let's get back on subject. Cowboys need to use this game as to build off the momentum they got off the Colts. Am I right on that, Harvey?
No, 100%, man. They need to keep rolling.
I mean, there's a couple of things I like about the Texans, but man, they're still a little bit out. I mean, I like their draft class this year. I think they kind of set it straight. Kenyon, what was his name? Kenyon Green out of Texas A&M, an Aggie. Man, I think that was the one player that I was hoping that Cowboys are able to draft, but man, the Texans went out there, man. They reached out, and they grabbed him right before, I think he was a top 15 pick, so it was kind of hard for when the Cowboys picked. But hey, you know what? I love what I see in Tyler Smith. I think we have the future there. And then Derek Stingley. I mean, I think he's the future corner there. You know what I mean? But that corner class was crazy because you can see Sauce Gardner. I mean, PFF puts out his numbers, his crazy numbers weekly. I believe right now he's Sauce Gardner is leading the actual Pro Bowl ballot in corners for the AFC. And believe it or not, Tariq Woolen is the other corner. And these are all rookie corners. Tyreek Woolen out of UTSA, right? San Antonio. He actually is leading the Pro Bowl ballot for the actual NFC side of things. But let's talk about the Cowboys, man. More about the Cowboys. there's something that we actually stumbled across, right? During the whole Fergus shots, we've been having a lot of fun. Let me see. Junior Swag mentioned I have a brother-in-law who he doesn't like the Cowboys. He likes the Eagles. I don't like the Eagles. Well, good. And nobody likes the Eagles, man. Well, no, you know what? The actual Eagle itself, it's admirable, but ain't no Eagles out of Philly, man. If you ever been to Philly, that's a crazy place, man. That is not brotherly love there, man. I'll tell you
It's
that.
not.
It's not. They're vicious there, man. Hey, Junior. Well, you got family here, bro. A Cowboys Nation. We stick together, man. We don't step on each other's foot, right? Uh, it's funny, man. I've seen some people step on their own people, man, toes
Yeah.
recently. It's crazy. I don't know why they would do that, but we're talking about the Fergus shots. We've been having fun. If you've seen the TikTok post, we've been highlighting them. But we came across a clip of Peyton Hendershot, right? And it's not Fergus shot. It's Peyton Hendershot, right? Let's be specific. And it's very interesting because in this 34-second clip, he explains his, because we're talking about a rookie tight end here. And we've already talked about it. Normally, rookie tight ends take at least 2 years, man, to get accustomed to the speed of the game and see how they fit in the league. And these Fergus shots, now I can say it, and they're playing like vets out there, man. But let's go and take a listen to them.
So when you did get that call where the Cowboys
Yeah.
said, "Hey, we're not going to draft you, but we still want you to come
Yeah.
out," did that help at all, or did it
Well,
kind of
it
give
was
you motivation?
no. Listen, it was kind of crazy because like when they had drafted Ferg, I was mad because the Kansas City Chiefs, they had wanted me too, and so I kind of already worked out the deal with Kansas City that I was going to go there. Well, Dove called me, and Dove's my guy. He's like the only coach throughout the whole process that I really like kicked it off with. And when he called me again and said, "Dude, like I'm the one going to be coaching you. Like you're going to be good. Just come here and trust me." Right when he said that, I hung up the phone. Andy Reid literally called 5 minutes later. I said, "Coach, I already told Dallas I'm going there. I'm not coming." And the rest was that.
So when you
Wow, man, the Kansas City Chiefs. Wow.
That's crazy, man.
Hold on. So somebody's asking for some advice here, right? He says, and it's Junior 13, so he says that he has a brother-in-law, right?
Uh-huh.
He goes, "What should I bet him on Christmas?" Man, I'll tell you this much right now. If somebody's trying to bet me, and it's somebody I know legitimately, and they're trying to bet me for that game, I'm willing to take that bet on. Now it just depends, man. What are you looking for? Are you looking for money, or are you looking for a gift?
What are you willing to lose and be okay with?
Oh, that's a great one, man. You know what? Why didn't I just say that, man? It's right to the point, man. I was gonna say,
Is it
go get yourself some of those Apple. What are they called? The Apple those headsets, man. The Apple. What are they? Not the Apple Pros, man. The
AirPods?
well, they're like the AirPods on steroids.
Yeah, I'm not an Apple guy.
And now, what's up, bro?
What?
Yes, sir. Yeah, y'all boys putting in that work. Monday through Friday.
Always.
Monday through Friday. Hey, we love you, bro. Loving it. So,
Hey, Kendall, Monday through Friday and twice on Sunday, baby.
we really put in that work, man. Man, now I'm super curious onto what's the name of those. They look like the ones we have on, but Apple went and made some on steroids. It's Apple. Are they called the Maxes? No, the Apple, because there's the Apple Pro Max, right? Which are
No, you know what? I got one, Jerry. This is what the Junior 13 swag. This is the bet, man. If they have it. You know those big hats they've been wearing? Who is that?
That's Brian Robinson from the running
Commanders.
back Commanders. Yeah, those big.
Hey, whoever loses the bet has to buy the other person whatever team wins and wear it for a day.
I love it.
At the end of it, you have to give it to him.
Man, you know what? I love it. You know what? I think I want that. I want one of those, man. How many hands on one of those? I'm a cap guy, man. I don't know if you see it today. I'm not wearing my true brand today. Obviously, this is a melon. If you guys are curious on the branding of this, it's a melon cap. And look, there you go. There's my brother. He understood what I was talking about. The AirPod Maxes, but if you follow Harvey's advice, man, you got to be able to understand that you got to pay some $500 for those AirPod Maxes, man. Air Pro Max. I'm sorry, Air Pro Max to be exact. Uh
Oh, Junior 13. You need to show me.
oh, the cap. Can you convert it to PDF?
I don't know. I might. I think I could. I could show it here. Hold on.
Josh Allen wore it during his post game. Post game, I believe on Thursday. But yeah, man, that cap looks crazy. It's a big old cap, man. I like it, man. So if anybody out there that would like to, send me or Harvey a gift, we'd wear it on air and we'd give you the shout out. I'll tell you that. Give us a few minutes, man. Luckily, I've been doing this for quite some time, so I could buy some time while Harvey's doing that. Because we really need to get back to that Peyton Hendershot thing, man. That's not something like that's not something you see every day or hear every day, right? Have you found it? What's the name of
Yeah.
it?
So Washington Commanders running back Brian Robinson had a career game, then wore the big hat after he was given the game ball. So he told reporters after that he was promoting his friend's business, a big hat company. So here we go. So it's called Big Hat. The Big Dipper. Yeah, I think everybody's wearing them, man. It's baseball. They got a bunch of them.
Can you present show it, see if you can present it. I think there's a way you could present that on the actual live right now as we're talking.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it right now.
That'd be kind of cool, man. And I hope Junior, give us some more likes, man. So this message gets spread out, man. Just need that number to go up so it could get further out there, man. That's how TikTok Live works. I like the cap. Honestly, it's crazy. I thought to myself, why didn't I think of something like that? I think it's a great business idea, something to have fun with. And it looks like you can actually, like, if you're going to, a game, not even to a game, if you just want to be a troll and just show your spirit, for Cowboys Nation or whatever fan base that you decide to follow, is if like let's say baseball. I think it's a great gift. You know what? It is a great gift during these times. And then we still have the injury report. So there's some notable names that we want to talk about that. TikTok. Ooh, somebody has been giving us likes. Appreciate the likes, man. We really do, man. That's what gets the message sent out. Junior, you sent some likes too, man. I appreciate you, bro. That's love right there, man.
All right, so there we go. Let's see if we can present this thing. It's actually pretty cool.
Here we go. I wish I had the drum roll right because I'd be playing it like. Let me see. Can I just do a drum roll for you? No, my drum roll. Yeah, I should have learned how to play the drums. Let me see here. 865. Appreciate you.
You can barely see it.
Oh, is there? I could probably go full blown screen. No, that's not gonna work. Well, I mean, you can kind of see it. Let me see. Is there a way?
I'm trying, Jerry.
No, I get you. I get you. Go back, and I could probably move this around a little bit, so you can kind of see him right there. And let me see. Can I expand this?
So there you go.
That's
There
what
you
it.
go. Yep, there you go, Junior 13 swag. That's what it looks like.
It's all good, man. Hey, we're all special in this world, man. Right? But it's all good, man. Let's get back to it, man. So we played the clip of Peyton Hendershot, right? Somebody's coming on the pregame. Let's go, Kendale. Hey, we're gonna hear your pets talk, man. I believe you said Thursday, so I'm gonna be on there. I see on Instagram, LOL, looks so funny. It does look funny, but it's a great gift idea. I think that's a good bet to take on. Oh, you know what? You're not. I can't see you on. Did I do something? There you go. I see you now, Harvey. My bad. My bad. My bad.
There we go.
Yes, way better.
So Hendershot, man.
Yeah. So we actually we were in competition with the Kansas City Chiefs, man. Harvey, when you heard that, what was the first thing that you thought, man?
Relieved. I didn't even know that happened, man. But for Andy Reid to get another weapon like that, I'd be like, man, come on. Why does he gotta hog up all the good talent? Like, but that's the specific tight end that he would go after because he's so versatile and athletic. So I'm just happy we got him, man. And that just goes to show these coaches are invested.
Like you said, Payne Hendershot actually only had one drop while he was at Indiana in college. One drop pass. That's insane, man. And let's be honest, man. Travis Kelsey, he's getting up there in age. He's gonna need a successor, I'm pretty sure. And don't you think the Chiefs Kingdom would have loved to have had somebody like
Oh
Hendershot
yeah,
be
for
able to
sure.
take the rings? I still love your videos on TikTok. That's cool, man. I appreciate the love. Swag. I mean, if there's something in particular, just see, and I'll see what we could do, man. We've been practicing, right, Harvey? I mean, we've been
That's
practicing,
it.
man. Practice makes perfect, man. And just put yourself out there. But I'll tell you this, man. Getting back onto it, yeah, man. The Peyton Henderson, I cannot believe that he actually just put the phone down and told Andy Reid, you know what, I'm going to be a Cowboy. It just shows you the power of the star, man. So much love, right? Appreciate you guys on TikTok. I see the likes jumped up significantly. We're almost at 1,000, man. So who can help us get there? But right now, as we speak, the initial injury report as of Wednesday, right? Because we're starting to round things out. I think this is kind of like the end of the show, right? Hate to say it, but Cowboys initial injury report as of Wednesday. Mike McCarthy noted there were a couple guys that are still not still, but there's a couple of guys nursing illnesses on the team. So what I meant was the illness bug is still in the building. And right now, Kelvin Joseph and Sam Williams are both those players right now out that did not participate because they're getting better from the illness. Now we already talked. Kelvin Joseph, I believe, has I don't want to say he's been anointed, but I believe Kelvin Joseph has been asked to step into Anthony Brown's role, right? And we talked yesterday about Kelvin Joseph. We said, there's a big difference between the Packers game and this last game. I think, he did very relatively good with his coverage. It's just, you like to see a little bit more hand action and maybe get your hands on the ball, make a play on the ball. Um, and we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see if he's able to bounce back off of this illness, and be able to go on there. Jonathan Hankins was absent due to a personal reason. So overall, I mean, when we look at it, let me see. We said Jonathan Hankins. We love what he's been doing for the defensive tackle. Also, Bohanna, right? He's been dealing with that knee, but he was
Yep.
limited. He was limited today, so that's good. We hadn't seen Bohanna, I believe, in what 2 weeks. J. Ron's still dealing with a shoulder, so he was limited on his practice day today. D Law also limited with the foot injury. Sam Williams, like I said, illness. On the Houston Texans side, Mario Addison, their defensive lineman, he did not participate. Man, they have a lot of did not participates. So these names that I'm going to mention, they're the ones who did not participate. Mario Addison, Malik Collins, who was a former Cowboy, Nico Collins, wide receiver, Brandon Cooks. They all are dealing with some kind of either knee or foot or calf issue. And then right groin was the actual kicker. And then you got Troy. Does he even play? The fullback. He's out with a chest. So these next four people are did not participate. Kurt. Let me see. Kurt Hen, Jerry Hughes, and Derek Stingley all did not participate. Yeah, and that's the injury report right now. So come tomorrow, it should clear up a lot more tomorrow. So that's the initial injury report, man. Harvey, is there anything else that you would like to get off your chest or like to mention?
No, man, I am feeling a little bit under the weather, so forgive me, but I think it's a weather change here in Maryland, man. It gets hot, gets cold, rainy. So no, but I just want to say I appreciate everybody on TikTok,
We got
everybody on YouTube and Facebook.
we got 1,000 likes, man. Appreciate that. 1,100
Yeah.
likes, man. So we really
No,
appreciate that. We'll see what kind of cutups we have for you guys ready on TikTok. Of course, we've been sharing that on Instagram. We've been sharing it on Facebook, and we've been sharing it on the YouTube page. Remember the cap giveaway. We will announce it this Sunday. All you gotta do is make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're public and you subscribe. When you subscribe on your on basically when you're logged into your to your YouTube, it's obviously to your Gmail. You got to go through your settings and make sure that you're public. In other words, that allows us to see your email address. So when we give out when we put you through the wheel, we can we can at least put your email address on there, and we can spin the wheel, and that's when we'll announce the winner on Sunday during the kickoff show. We'll announce the winner. What do you think of Jake Ferguson on Thanksgiving? He jumped over the Giants player. Man, we love that. Harvey?
oh
Swag?
yeah, man.
Swag?
That's a jump man.
Yeah.
You call him the jump man,
Do I,
man.
do I still have that clip? Let me see.
Jumpin', 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 that boy's up to something. Woo! Jumpin', 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 fuck what you expecting. Woo!
Yep, we do still have that clip. But that's what we think of Jake Ferguson. But I'll tell you this. I would say look at the way he blocks, man. I mean, he
Yeah.
blocks with purpose. He blocks with, man. I think he's even bringing out the best in Dalton Schultz. So, man, I love this, man. I'll tell you this: be proud, be loud, be proud, be a part of, be loud and proud that you're a part of Cowboys Nation. This year looks like a great year for the Cowboys. I know we say it every year, but you know what? It doesn't matter. Every year is our year. That's it for us. TikTok. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you all for signing in. Somebody said Playmaker 88. I'm just glad Tyron Smith practiced today. Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, we
For
are
sure,
too.
man.
Yeah, we are
We're all
too.
happy.
Hey, man, I tell you something. This offense is gonna start matching this defensive play. We appreciate you, TikTok. You guys have a good night, and we will see you guys soon. Everybody on Facebook, YouTube, sorry for the little, I'm messed up, man. I forgot to. I was pressing live all over the place, but thank you all, guys. Hey, tomorrow we'll have the final injury report, and we'll have the the press conferences with Dak Prescott and all that good stuff. So we'll hear how they're approaching the Texans matchup. Hey, that's it for us. You guys.